Melissa?
The Iran deal goes to Washington. Congress now has 60 days to approve or reject the agreement. House Speaker John Boehner not mincing words, saying how he really feels about the deal.
Based on what I know now, it doesn't look like a very good deal. I want to review all the facts, but based on what I know, I'm highly skeptical at best.
Here now is Republican Senator Dan Coats. Welcome to the show. What is your reaction to the deal?
Well, I'm also very skeptical. I've been very skeptical for a number of years as I've watched this process unfold. What was originally intended to achieve, and that is to keep Iran from gaining nuclear weapon capability, has not been achieved. They now are on the path to having nuclear weapons. And whether it's a delay, of course, as long as they keep their word, not many of us can find a way that to trust Iran to keep its word based on its past performance. But nevertheless, even if they do, they're going to end up with that weapon. And it means a nuclear-armed Iran in a very destabilized part of the world. There will be an arms race. There are other countries that will simply not stand by and not protect themselves. Armageddon could be the ultimate result of something like this, a nuclear Armageddon. And so we need to look at this very carefully. Every senator, every congressman needs to know every detail of this before they make a decision. And they need to convey that to their public in terms of the problems that we're going to have based on this deal.
So now it is coming your way, and the president has vowed to veto any legislation that would revoke the deal. What does that mean to you?
It means we got a president that's very uncertain about his position here to say, I'm going to veto this before you even have a chance to look at it. It's a dismissal of Congress. It's a dismissal of the American people learning what is in this deal before a judgment is made. We don't need to take the president on the basis of what he thinks this is. We need to look at what it really is, and we don't need to take the Iranians in terms of what they say or others. We need to follow through on what it actually is, and that's going to be a real task for us and one with great consequences for the future of the world.
What does it leave you tangibly that you could do? I mean, if he says that he's going to go ahead and veto anything that strikes it down, you know, what does that mean to you from a strategy point of view?
One way and one way only to deal with that, and is to override the veto. And with that, we need support from the president's own members, from the Democrat Party. They have a stake in this too. This should rise above politics. This should go to one of the most consequential decisions that any elected official is ever going to have to make. And we want to make sure in this 60 days we bring everything forward here in terms of what this does and what it doesn't do, and then that judgment
I mean, you must already be having
that.
Conversations. Do you feel like you have that group that could come together to override the veto, or do you think that's going to be tough to build?
I think it'll be tough to build because it's one thing to say you have concerns with this. It's another thing to stand up to your own president, as some Democrats will be pressured to do. So I think that there's a real task ahead for us.
Yeah, it's a shame because it really, you know, unfreezes those assets, and we're not even able to go in and really verify what's going on without going to an Iranian committee first. It looks very like a treacherous deal. Senator, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.